Steve, thank you. Michelle Troconis is set to be back in a courtroom Monday arguing for her release from prison. She was convicted in 2024 of conspiracy and evidence tampering charges related to the death and disappearance of Jennifer Dulos. NBC Connecticut's Kevin Geis has covered the legal battle for us for years now, joins us live in studio. So, Kevin, what is this trial all about?
Yeah, Kev, well, she filed this habeas petition shortly after her conviction. It centers around one major focal point, an alleged constitutional violation. Now, Troconis' team argues her initial counsel was ineffective back when the investigation was still very active, so we're talking well before her trial even started. Her then attorney, Andy Bowman, has always denied these claims.
Michelle Troconis headed back into a courtroom, this time in Rockville Superior Court, as she attempts to fight for a new trial.
The following sentences are going to run concurrently.
Troconis has been behind bars since May of 2024, when she was sentenced to 14.5 years for her role in the death and disappearance of Jennifer Dulos in May of 2019. Monday begins her habeas corpus trial, where her attorneys will argue she's behind bars unlawfully, claiming her 5th, 6th, and 14th Amendment rights were violated before her trial ever even happened.
Do you understand what I read to you?
Yes.
Okay, so that's the advisement of your rights.
The petition argues Troconis was never advised by her then attorney, Andy Bowman, about the potential downside of speaking with police, and she was never advised of his conversations with then state's attorney Richard Colangelo. She also claims there were never discussions about concerns with speaking with police multiple times. Bowman has maintained in previous conversations his counsel was never a problem.
Keep in mind, she's not making a claim of actual innocence. She's saying my trial would have been different.
Witnesses listed that could be called include initial state police investigators, trial attorney John Schoenhorn, then state's attorney Richard Colangelo, and an expert witness.
To establish that sort of objective standard of what a lawyer, here attorney Andrew Bowman, should have done. What's that standard?
Troconis' team needs to prove to the judge that the alleged ineffective counsel violated her constitutional rights. Bad evidence was then led into the trial and ultimately contributed to a guilty verdict, something the state has always maintained is not true.
I'm going to continue to rebut this ridiculous claim that there was an unconstitutional scheme to violate her rights.
And we have reached out to Attorney Bowman ahead of the trial, but have not heard back yet. If the judge were to rule in Troconis' favor, she would be subject to a new trial if the state wanted to pursue one. The trial kicks off Monday in Rockville. Kevin.